G'day team, this is BJ Lyons from 618 Barbell and 618 Coaching, and today I'm going to be running through the kettlebell swing. Alright, so today we're going to have a look at the two-handed kettlebell swing, which is where I suggest you start if you've never done them before. If you haven't done them before and you're an athlete that uses your legs or hips, I strongly suggest you get stuck into them. It's going to benefit basically anybody. So we're going to have a look at a front and a side view. I'm going to rattle off some points that I think are important, and then we're going to have a look at a variation that I don't suggest doing, and I'll get to that in a second. So firstly, we need to know this is a posterior chain exercise. I'm not really doing front raises here with 20 kilos. I'm swinging 20 kilos up with my hamstrings and glutes, okay? You will build good shoulder stability on these. You're not going to grow bolder shoulders doing them, okay? Let's have a look at a side view. And then I'm going to give you a few of the cues that I use with my clients and athletes. So actually, number one, just getting back to the start of this, is I always suggest starting the movement by building up your momentum. Don't just try to swing up your first rep from here. You'll see that I'm loosening my hips and then flexing them with my glutes and hamstrings into extension to get the momentum happening until the bell is above eye level. And that's where I count a full rep being, okay? So let's go again. As you can see, just nursing it up there, and once I'm ready to go on the next one, pop, now I'm into my reps. So every rep, squeeze the crap out of your glutes and hamstrings. Doesn't matter if you're warming up or doing it as a finisher, it is always going to benefit you flexing the muscles we're trying to work throughout the movement. Cues I have before we get into hip hinging is breathing. I suggest breathing in at the top of the movement and out at the bottom. Really simply because when the bell's at the top, our rib cage is flared. It's easy to get more air into your diaphragm and lungs. When the bell is at the bottom, which is here, everything's trying to squeeze out of our belly. We're squishing our stomach, so why not breathe out there when the air wants to get out? We still need to keep our core engaged while we let the air out, but I'm talking swings in the capacity of, reps in a few minutes as opposed to a set of 5, if you know what I mean. So we're trying to keep our cardio going so we can get more reps out of one session, if that makes sense. Head positioning is the next thing I want to talk about. I try to cue my guys to, in lockout of the rep, be looking straight forwards or out as the bell's traveling. At the bottom of the rep, we want to be looking about 2 meters in front of us on the ground. Reason we do that is whilst my neck is not perfectly neutral here, it is a lot better than if I had my eyes that are fixed here, fixed up there. If they're fixed here, my forehead's going to be cranked back here, and I'm going to have a sharp angle here of my neck, which I don't want. Over 500 reps, if that's what you're doing or something like that, even if you're not swinging a heavy weight, you're going to be putting a lot of wear and tear on your upper spine and neck. Done breathing, done head position, done glute flexing. So the next thing I want to talk about is the squatting style of a kettlebell swing. So again, I'm going to show you this video from the start. This is how I suggest doing them with a purposeful hip hinge, if that's the right way to say it. You'll notice my knees are unlocking as my hips go back, but I'm not pushing my knees forward. The next video I'm going to show you is a more squatting style of a kettlebell swing, and it basically, yes, you'll get a bit more quad work out of it, but you're going to lose majority of the positive work you would get out of your posterior chain, and you're also going to put some shearing forces on your lower back. So here's the squat style. You'll see there's a massive difference in the amount that my knees are bending forwards. This is why I call it squat style, because it looks like I'm squatting down. We're going to have a look at some side view screen grabs. So here, this is a hip driven swing. We can see fairly neutral through the spine. The kettlebell has ended up here, which is higher than the next one. I'll show you in a second. I'll just show you now, actually. There you go. So here is a squat style. Here is a hip-driven style. Obviously, the further that the kettlebell and higher that the kettlebell travels back, the more kinetic energy we wind up on the way in. So then when we drive the hips into extension and squeeze the glutes, the more energy that we're going to be able to expel out this way. If we're stopping here, we're going to have to use more lower back and glutes to get it moving, whereas we want the glutes to fire every single rep in a fluid motion, okay? You can see I'm a little less neutral through the spine, a little bit more rounded, so with a heavier weight, we'd expect to see this more rounded and worse for my spine. really quick again on the videos is the trajectory of the bell. So a squatting style is going to be more drop and then catch and swing. So it's dropping to here and then swinging back to there. Whereas a hip-driven kettlebell swing is going to be a big, nice, clean arc where we're in control of the weight at all times. Okay, so that's basically all I've got to say. That's a lie, I've got so much more that I could say, but I'm trying to get this done in under a 5-minute video, so I'm going to leave it there, and we'll cover some more when I get into single-handed alternating swings and snatches and clean and jerks down the track. Alright, thank you very much for your patience. Party on, and hit me up in comments or message if you need, or if you want to chat about them or any other questions. Thank you very much.